Alright guys, so it is time for some new brakes on the semi. At least on the rear axle anyway. The front axle I believe is still fine, or the front drive axle, and the front steer axle, I know it's still fine. They only apply when you got to get on the brakes hard generally. But when I bought this truck, evidently one axle had the brakes changed at a different time than the other one or something other. Anyway, it's time to change these here. I've run this truck over 300,000 miles and I have not put brakes on it yet. I did swap drums on the back because the drums had a pretty good groove in them, and I had a different set of drums that were used, but they didn't have near the groove in them, so I did put those on there. But we're going to put a set of shoes on it, and the drum should be okay for a good while since I've already, like I say, put some better ones on there. I use this Milwaukee 3/4 usually on taking these off, and it seems to do okay. I've got a big 1-inch gun. It's just heavy and I don't really like using it if I don't have to. As long as you don't run up north and no salt and get the lug nuts all rusted up, and you put some anti-seize or something on there, you know, to keep the rust from getting on there, this will usually do the job. Battery may be getting a little weak. Still got 2 bars. Good idea to torque these when you get done as well. 500 foot-pounds. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, if it's your truck, I guess, but it's definitely recommended. You don't want your tires coming off. That's a bad deal. I found my wrench to back the slack adjuster off as well. I've got a new creeper ordered. This one here has kind of bit the dirt. Cheap Harbor Freight. The wheels broke out of it. This one broke off. Just junk. I mean, I guess it's several years old now, but and it's 11 millimeters, which would be 7/16 instead of 12. I just bought a metal creeper. It's a cheap one too. I ordered off of Amazon, but hopefully it'll be better than this. quite as bad as I thought they were going to be. At least on the back side, anyway, they may be worn at a taper. Groove in the drum, very little. Yeah, let's see what the brake shoes looking like. Yeah, we're getting down there. That's you know, where you're supposed to change them out. Right there, the bottom shoe, I think it's got a little more life left on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, we'll get these changed out. Get the new set put on there. It'll be good to go for quite some time longer. So these are the brake shoes I buy usually. This is what Napa has in stock. Usually, they used to keep a couple different grades. Now they only keep the best grade. These are 23K shoes. And it's something to do with the hardness in them, I guess, and the axle rating. So these are for 23K axle, I believe. The best grade. They eat the drums up a little faster, but they last longer and stop better, basically, from what I understand. So, you can see, and this is just a Q shoe. They make a Q plus shoe, I believe is what they call it. That's a thicker surface there, and my new trailer takes the Q pluses. I don't know what year model they started going to the Q plus stuff, but it's extended service shoe basically. And the truck takes regular Q shoes, the trailer takes Q pluses. You can put a regular Q shoe on a Q plus trailer, but you cannot put a Q plus shoe on a regular Q application, because the S-cam, the groove in the S-cam where the big rollers or where these rollers go right here, right in the S-cam, is a different profile on it. And from what I understand, you cannot do that, because if you just put a Q shoe and a Q plus, it'll work. It's just like the same thing as a Q plus that's worn down some, but you can't do the other because the S-cam is different from what I understand. I've not actually tried to put it on there. From what I understand, it won't work. And if you lay your old ones out like I did right there, you can see where where these go real easily. Which on these, there's actually not one place they can go. But well, I say that, I guess it could be put in there. But they go where the small rollers are at. Some shoes have multiple holes in them, I've seen before, and can complicate things if you're not paying attention. Put them in the wrong spot. And those just pop in there like that. And that's what your spring hooks to. Pull your shoes away from the drum. Pretty easy. I don't believe I'm going to bother changing that. They still feel pretty tight to me. I'm going to put some grease on these bushings here where these slide in, keep them from freezing up, which I don't run up north, so it'll probably be fine anyway. But and I'm going to go ahead and grease my S-cam and slack adjusters and everything, because it's pretty easy to get to here when you got the wheel and stuff up. Why not, right? Gotta make sure the whole surface in there is coated. Probably overkill. That's that. All you do is put your other 2 springs on here, and that can be a bit of a challenge. I'm going to try it with a screwdriver first. See if that works. Bingo. Get the backside to go that easy, we'll be in business. I actually make a tool for doing this, I believe. I don't have one, so. Yeah, that didn't go quite as easy. Got it though, that wasn't bad. Alrighty, I'm going to finish greasing this here. Then we'll put the drum back on. So there is a coil on these brake shoes. I always keep a set and I put them back in the box, stack them over in the corner of the shop over there. And that way when I get ready for brakes, I have 2 axles worth, so 4 boxes. I put the old shoes back in the box, and usually just throw the springs and stuff in there with it just because they don't require those, but what else you gonna do with them, you know, throw them in the garbage? So I usually just throw it back in the kit, in the box, fold the flaps of the box up, set it over in the corner. Next time I need brake shoes, grab the box, put it back in the truck, go to the parts house, swap them out, and then in a week or 2, whenever I get time, I already got my new brake shoes on hand, and then like now I can swap them out. So that's what works best for me. Figured I would pass that along. I don't remember what the 4 charge is on this, but that's just kind of what I do. Let them sort through all that junk. I like that. I'll put this over in the corner over there for next time. Oh, and for future reference, I don't know if that part number will help anybody or not. I'm assuming that's a Napa part number. It might help myself if I don't remember what I got last time, so I'll put that in the video there. Alright, time for the brake drum again. This dolly is not ideal for this, but we'll make it work. Get some air in the tires. Smaller dolly works better for what I'm trying to do here. I don't have a smaller dolly. But if you can catch this lip right without smashing your finger, which I don't seem to be able to do with this big dolly, you can put that brake drum right back up on there. The tank won't work with this. Want to work. Say it works much better. They actually make a dolly for doing that, I believe. But if you use one of those small dollies that most people have, it actually works pretty decent. All right, we'll sit there and fight that one. I'm just going to do it the old manual way here. For those of you who don't know, I think these drums weigh about 100 pounds, pretty close to it, maybe 90 something. All right, and then you want to wait till you get your tires bolted up, because the movement in this drum, like this, before you adjust your slack adjuster back up, or else the drum will be cocked, and when you try to bolt your tires up, it'll cause your tires to be cocked at an angle in a bind, cause your brake shoes to be in a bind, not adjusted correctly, and possibly your lug nuts to be loose. So put your tires on, bolt them up, and then set your brakes. And to set your brakes, most of you already know how to do this, but run them up, depending on the slack adjuster, you run them up till it touches the drum, back it off, 3/8 to a half around, quarter round. You'll have to find out exactly what your specs is, and you got self adjusters, should be pretty close from there. It's a good time to check the air in the tires since we have them off, so we're going to do that as well. Even though I think I just checked these the other day because I had a flat. I had a flat on the outside tire here, I think it was, Oh, maybe it was the inside tire here and the outside tire on the other one. I think that's what it was. All right, guys. Well, got both sides done. Everything went pretty well. Now I'm going to move this thing outside and wash it, which is getting kind of late today. Not long before dark, but I'm off tomorrow, so I will finish it up tomorrow. So that's a wrap for this one.